Everyone, I'm Jude Hotep, the goddess astrologer and alchemical initiatrix. This is the Light Goddess Astrology Daily for July 23rd and 24th of 2022, the weekend, and we'll go into the chart and pull some cards. I hope you're doing amazing. This is the Ingress into Leo season. This season, it's going to hit everybody, everyone somewhere different in your chart. The Leo sun will be in a different house depending on your chart. And so, if you look at what your rising sign is, that will tell you, just count Aries. It'll tell you what house. Of course, Leo's the fifth house. So this on the Aries 0-degree chart here for the world, it's going to be in the fifth house. But if you're an Aries, unless you have an interception, it's going to be the same. And the sun will be somewhere in one of your houses. So it's like, what house is it in, to what it's doing. So this Leo sun here with Ceres moving into Leo at 0 degrees, the sun and Ceres have had two conjunctions now. They conjuncted at that 28-29 degree of Cancer about the deep emotional places of our divine feminine, our mothering, where we didn't get mothered and loved, and where we deserve it and need to fill in that gap. And now it's here like in self-love. So like first kind of went to like, where did you not get that deep mothering love? And now how can you fill it in yourself? And Ceres, and so we have this conjunction here, and Mercury at 8 degrees has this trine to Jupiter and Aries. So these two fire signs, Jupiter and Aries, and Mercury and Leo. Mercury is searching for what is going to fulfill itself. What are its deeper wants and desires? And so it's looking for that passion. It's looking for that passion. It's looking for that desire and what it wants. And Jupiter is this gateway, and it's going to go retrograde. And so we can have things coming up for us with this about our story and the new story, because it's Aries, and about being bold, about having the courage. There's some things kind of like, one time I talked to my rent manager and I said, my apartment manager, and I said, look, I'm not going to pay rent. I'm going to figure it out. I'll get it to you by the end of the month, but I'm just going to let you know I'll be late fee. I'll be late. I'll incur the late fee. I'm telling you what's happening, so I'm doing this consciously, making this decision, and I'll get it paid by the end of the month so that I could join my coaching program that I wanted to join at that time. So I took that risk of like literally my home and my roots, and to do something courageous and bold to move my life forward. So it wasn't money for everything, but it's like, okay, I could figure this out, and this is what I need to do. So it was something I did. So it's just like really looking at where we can be bold and courageous, for like looking at, like, Mercury is asking, what is the true deep story we really want? And I'm just going through a really tough time at the moment. So I'm going through a good time and a rebirth, basically. So I'm kind of just in this. I apologize. I'm like stuttery and stalling here because my brain just keeps glitching out to dealing with tough energies. So, but Jupiter here is this new story. And Mars wants to take action for what's like the most highest valuable to us, but like wanting a breakthrough in like the actions that you take, like giving you a breakthrough to move you towards your destiny and out of any old places. And this moon in Gemini today is chatty, conversational, youthful energy. And so it's really thinking about like your environments, and Mercury is helping to understand like, where do you want to be in your life, like physically located, in your emotional state, where do you want to be emotionally, where do you want to be in your activities, in your day-to-day life, and with people. And so this Pluto here is this opposition to the sun and Ceres, and very much this like our past, our deep subconscious longings, and like the old structures of our life. So the old structures are crumbling so that the new rebirth can take place. And it's not the easiest stuff. And Venus in Cancer here has this deep longing for what she desires, deep emotional longing. And so we're dealing with deep emotions around relationships, and it's conjunct Black Moon Lilith, where it's like, where have you been subservient in relationships? So those emotions need processed and released, and understanding your where you want to like step into your power in relationships and call in the relationships that you really deserve and that are powerful and amazing and good. And we have a sextile here from Chiron and Aries retrograde, looking at all the old wounds, and the moon in Gemini to bring in the otherworldly, out of the box things that like there's infinite possibilities, and we have to open up to things coming in that we don't know about, that don't look like anything we've ever seen before, and let those possibilities come in. So I'm going to move to Sunday here, and get this erased, move to Sunday. And we have the sun moving to 1 degree Sunday, really just have this strong, powerful square that is now exact. So Venus at 8 degrees Cancer with Jupiter and Aries at 8 degrees. Jupiter is this new story, and it's also gateways, portals. So it's like, where is the portal? Because it's like because Jupiter is traveling. So when you travel, it's like the travel is a portal to that new place. So the like car ride is that portal you're going through to that new place. So Jupiter is this portal, and we want to walk through the door of this new story that is about our individuated self, our strong, powerful, independent self. And we have to tell that story, and we have to let go of the past and let go of wounds. And you see this trine to the south node in Neptune, and it's the past, and it's the places where we're in delusion. And delusion, we don't know we're in it when we're in it. And that's what's tricky about delusions. Like I can say, get out of your delusions all day long, but like when you're in there, and it's a false belief, false reality. It's just, Neptune is just a false reality. It's a projection of the media. So the false reality that the media projects, that's not truth. Fear projections, that karma, the dark ages, the darkness projected. So it's got a trine, a sextile rather, sorry. It's got a sextile to Pluto in Capricorn. And so the sextile is saying that we have to reach for that rebirth and cut off the old and really let things die. Let the things die, and it feels like a death, especially when it feels like an ego death. The moon's moving, into the second decan of Gemini, fun, conversational. It's making, this subtile to the sun, which is our emotions and our deep soul. And so it's what we desire deeply, that stimulates us, makes us happy and have fun. So this Venus, it's like our deep emotional desires, where we've been subservient relationships, to really step into our power, release the old to step into our power. Pluto with the sextile to Neptune for the real mystical, magical soul journey that we deserve, with Jupiter here to go through this portal into this new realm in this beautiful world. I'm going to pull some cards for you. Move this. There we go. And pull some cards, and we'll get off here for today. You can book an astrology reading at thegoddessastrologer.com. Thanks for understanding. I'm just kind of going through a rebirth of my own, and having a hard time staying focused at the moment. Just doing lots of inner work at the moment and processing and all that good stuff. We have to face our own shadow. So I help all my clients, and it's just so beautiful. And it's like, okay, now I'm in the chair. So we have wombat spirit about our home and about that deep place inside. That's our home that we want to be, that makes us happy. Vulture spirit, that nothing's wasted, and that it's hard to realize that, that we, that we want to tell, like, get the experience and the wisdom out of our experiences. Moth spirit, about surrendering, about the moths really attracted to the light. So you might have moths attracted to your light, and they can really, really come in and, narcissists, energy vampires, and different people can really do a lot. And starfish spirit, about infinite possibilities and really believing and being open so that they can come in. You have to be open to everything coming in that isn't what you would have thought, that isn't what you would have guessed. I put this back in, comes up again. Home, electric eel spirit, about allowing the deep inspiration and passion to channel through you, and allow that channeling to happen. And it's so powerful and it's so good. And that's what's going to move you forward this weekend. So this weekend's about love, deep self-love. It is about awakening and a rebirth. It is about, allowing the inspiration to flow. So this Leo sun is in this Venus Jupiter square, is about taking action creatively, doing like creative fire and passion and enthusiasm towards that new story of Jupiter, and going to that portal, and that there's a death happening and letting that death happen. Sending you lots of love, and I'll talk to you in the next Light Goddess Astrology Daily, which will be Monday. The sun sign horoscopes are on the Light Goddess podcast every Monday. Sending you lots of love.